For the people who don't know you, introduce yourself, skibbity gibbity.
I'm Skibbity Gibbity, better known as Gabby. Technically not my legal name, but that's fine.
Can you tell me what your favorite example of storytelling in an advertisement is?
My favorite example of storytelling is when, for International Women's Day, Burger King decided to tweet out, "Women belong in the kitchen." Many people didn't notice that right underneath they replied to their own tweet talking about, like, oh, if they want to, of course, it's important to employ women and treat them well and everything, they deserve equal chance. But nobody saw that. Everybody just saw Burger King on their official account tweet out, "Women belong in the kitchen." And I think that's a great story of exactly what not to do um, on the internet.
You know what? That is actually kind of funny because in class, that is not exactly the same definition of storytelling we're learning. But I feel like it's an example of what poor storytelling is, because we learned that, there's elements to your story, it builds up, you create a narrative, but you can't really create that in a single tweet. And without the context and the full context of the story in one tweet, disaster can strike, and that is a perfect example of that.
Absolutely, especially because Twitter is not really the platform that best supports context.
What's the difference between influence and persuasion to you?
I think influence is completely effortless. Influence is just wearing something that everyone thinks looks really cool, and they go out of their way to find that piece of clothing.
Do you think fear of missing out elicits the same emotional reaction as a more conventional form of fear advertisement?
No, I don't. Usually, when we see fear advertisements, it's something like a political campaign being like, oh, I've seen a lot like the carbon tax carney or whatever the hell. Fear of missing out is, how should I put this? Like, it touches on people a lot more. Because if someone off the bat immediately is very aggressive and fearful, you have to work your way up to that.
When you're delivering like a big idea, it's typically broken into two parts. Like most things, it's the message, what you say, but then also the tone and style of how you say it. So, in the context of like an elevator pitch, which one do you think is more important? What you
I
say or
think
how you
it's
say it?
I think it's how you say it, unfortunately. Like, ideally it would be what you say, but especially in something like an elevator pitch, you're trying to be quick, snappy, get your point across. It 100% matters how you say it.
That's all the time we have for tonight, folks. Thank you for joining me on another mystical and magical adventure.